All right, capacity, the meat and potatoes of your profile. This is where you're going to spend most of your time once you've created your profile. You've input your general info, you've input your context, you've input your equipment. The capacity takes your equipment and it makes it real in a sense. You're basically saying, I've got this equipment, it's in this location, it wants to go here to this destination, and it's available on this date. So this is going to be, like I said, where you spend most of your time. So in the beginning, and generally, this is meant to be updated anytime you get a new load for a truck. Anytime a truck moves, you come here and you update this because you want your brokers and your shippers who are looking at your profile, who you sent your profiling to, you want them to be frequently able to go to your profile and get the latest and most updated version of your capacity, right? So this is when we say never send a truck list again. Just keep this, create your capacity postings, keep it up to date with where your trucks are currently at, and send your profile link out, and your brokerage shipper partners will never have to do anything other than go to that link to see what you have. So, and speaking as a broker, especially as a carrier rep for about 5 years, the carriers that kept me up to date with where their trucks were and where they wanted to send them were the easiest people to work with, the ones I always tended to try to work with most. And all they really had to do at that point was send me a truck list. But this was beyond my wildest dreams as a broker, right? I would love to work with a carrier that had a capacity posting, that, excuse me, had a capacity board on their profile and that they kept up to date. That's just speaking from personal experience. So let's go ahead and get into this. So rant aside. All right, so same thing here. We're going to add capacity. We've got it broken down into tractor, trailer, and specialized. These pull directly from the equipment postings we made here. So we've got a truck one because we only added one truck. That's truck number one. We've got trailer number one that we added. Let's make that truck available on the 26th in Chicago, and we're going to send them to Denver. Okay, full load. If we hit partial, you'll notice the length appears. That's when you can talk about how much available space you have. Drive in, so we're going to take 44K max. Notes or whatever you want it to be. Does not haul gear, right? Could be anything. We added that. Let's quickly add our sprinter van too. Oops. Oh, you'll notice here if you don't have any available equipment that's not assigned to capacity and you press tractor, trailer, where we don't have any more, it's going to say, oh, you don't have any to add, so you need to add more equipment. We're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and add the sprinter van we have. We're going to make him available on the 27th in, I don't know, Miami, and let's send them to, let's just type in a random city, Deerfield Beach. Let's do a little short run here. 5K on the way because it's just a sprinter van. Needs to go home to Deerfield Beach area. Whatever. Enter. All right, great. So we've got our postings up. Now these are created. You're not really going to add these that frequently unless you make a mistake and you need to delete them. So we'll start over here on the right-hand side. You'll notice this is like a table format. We can pull it in full screen if we want. But let's start on the right-hand side here. We've got an edit view, which just opens up the entire thing. If you need to delete it because maybe you assigned the wrong truck with the trailer, and you want to change that, you can delete it. Other than that, frequently deleting is not how this is designed to be used. So we can edit everything about it here, but generally it's probably going to be easiest to edit right here on the actual page itself. So we've got status, which just means, okay, is it visible on my profile? If it's available, it's visible. If it's unavailable, you won't see it on the profile. Weight, self-explanatory, that's max weight, right? So we won't haul over 44K. The length is only for partials, like I said. So if I quickly change this to, we're looking for a partial load, maybe we have 15 feet of space, save that. It's available now. All right, so it's self-explanatory here, origin, destination. You can change these in line like this. You can flip the origin and the destination by pressing this button right here. And the rest is pretty self-explanatory. You'll be able to see each individual piece of equipment here as well. And you can change the date. So the way this is supposed to be used is, so let's say, it's a Monday, I'm coming into the office, I've got 2 trucks to book. These are my 2 trucks, right? They're available. one available on Monday the 26th, one available the next day. I've sent my profile link to my broker partners, and they're offering me loads based on what they see on my available capacity. So I'm getting people offering me Chicago to Denver. Maybe I book one, so I take a partial to Denver, and now I'm going to have a truck in Denver on the 28th, right? So I changed the date to the 28th. The truck's now in Denver, and maybe we want to send them to Scottsdale, Arizona, right? So that's updated. Any person who's looking at my profile, that's going to change without them having to refresh. Okay. So let's just go ahead and do this. So, okay, I've got this truck on Tuesday in Miami, the Sprinter van. I want to send him to uh, Deerfield Beach. So we did. So maybe the next day they're available in Deerfield Beach, and maybe we want to send them from there back to like up to Dallas or something, right? Same thing, right? So now this is all updated on the profile page. My brokers know, hey, all those old trucks are covered. Now we have a truck in Denver on Wednesday, and we want to send them to Arizona. And same thing with the van here. Um, this, speaking as an old carrier rep, where I spent about 5 years as a carrier rep at a brokerage. The carriers that sent me truck lists that frequently communicated their available capacity to me were the easiest people to work with, the ones I tended to want to work with the most, the people I always look for loads for. And these days, especially when freight's slow, it's just so critical that you always share your available capacity with your broker reps, because that real time access to that info for them is going to make their hard job already to find freight at a time like this that much easier, because they're going to have up to date information about what you have. So that's capacity, the meat and potatoes. If you have any questions, reach out. Thank you.